Hello, my name is Joshua Brett Ogburn. Well, month's finally over. This is my final presentation for public speaking and pretty much an assessment for the month. Well, I can honestly say from the beginning to now, I thought it was kind of silly about an online course and how to speak broadly to, I don't know, the masses of multiple people, and you never see your audience. Though you can see these little tiny pictures and some nicely written comments about how you're speaking, but you never have to look upon multiple people. I guess it's a very effective tool, so it gets over that whole stage fright process. That's good. I enjoy the reading material. It helped me understand how to associate actual techniques and the effects thereof, and how I can effectively bolster my voice by actually keeping eye contact 90% of the time, so it seems like it's more of a personal conversation, so it keeps the audience interested rather than jumping around too much. I try to limit more often now my hand gestures, as I like to do a lot of hand gestures while I speak. Try to limit too much movement, as you see I'm attempting to do, because it shows nervousness and uncertainty. So try to keep a steady motion as for progress. Basically, this has been a great experience. Full Sail has helped me be able to push myself toward making videos so I can actually try to communicate with people from abroad, or try to make visual representations of things that's going on into the past. Basically, kind of like a footnote or a notebook format. My delivery challenges for week one was basically just getting it done. It's been a busy month for me. About to have my second child here in about a few hours. Try to get this class done, essentially. I guess it's a common feeling with everyone. A lot of people like talking to a lot of people, but it's been very helpful trying to promote myself a little bit better and try to get my words across. It's also taught me how to not try to constantly read from script, because once you do that, you're worried about if you're saying it right. Your timing can be a little off. Instead of worrying about it, just try to go through it, get it done, speak your mind, because mostly improv is a little bit more easier to do, such as right now, there's no real script. Trying to speak from the heart. I have a little set of guidelines to decide, so it's like, try to stay on topic. Well, basically week one was just to get done. Week two, got a little complicated with the whole slide presentation deal, the Pichu Kucha or whatever. That was a very big challenge, because yes, it's easy to make a presentation to PowerPoint, but adding the whole audio to it while going, try to watch it play, try to get it timed out just right, and try to talk within the set time frame, that took a lot of doing. I guess what I need to do is try to time out my speeches, try to figure out how long the speech is going to be and practice beforehand, which I've been trying to do for the past 4. Trying to make sure that I know where the speech is going to end up and where it's going to go. Week 3 basically is trying just to improve upon what we were doing in week 2 and week 1, trying to look back. In retrospect, more practice is needed. Whenever you do a speech, you have to make sure that you're staying on topic. You don't dip off the scale too bad. Hopefully, in future speeches or promoting particular ideas or workflow, that I can try to focus, stay on task, and not get carried away in the story talking, basically. How the audience responded to the presentations, honestly, I don't know. I didn't get too many comments. From what I understand, I need a little more ad lib to try to limit notes, the eye reaching. Basically, like right now, I can look all over the place. You can tell that I'm looking at somewhere else when I'm looking at the side notes. I need to practice more on trying to memorize notes so it seems more natural. It's good to have footnotes. It really is. Basically, something you can look at real quick, get you back on topic. You don't get loose, because it has that whole moments, which eats up your time, especially if you're within a really small time limit. Basically, there was one. Did you spend time practicing your speeches? Yes, I did. I spent a lot of time practicing my speeches. Honestly, It was the most aggravating part because usually your first go is the best one. This is like my fourth try right now. It's kind of crazy. You try to talk through, the first one might have something good, the second one might have something better, and then the third one's crap, and you're unsure of how well it is, so you start trying to step it up a little bit. Well, it's good to practice, but try to practice to get the timing down. Don't worry about the workflow, just try to do whatever naturally comes to you, and don't delete things that you thought was very good. Try to clip it or try to piece together a speech, especially if it's a speech that's in video format and you're trying to give it out to promote something. None of it has to be done at once. It's not one continuous flow. It's good to try to space it out just a little bit so you can actually take the good and the bad, and you don't have to repeat the process about 16 times before you get it right and be very discouraged. Always try to keep a high quality of work going. What I learned about visual presentations, it's hard. It actually is hard. I thought it was just kind of talking to a camera. I thought it was just saying what was on your mind at the time, trying to get things done. It's just a project. Like Full Sail, you basically do a project, do it the best you can, pass it on. It's actually kind of hard when you have to sit down and think about what you're going to say, how you're going to say it, and the timing in actually saying it. Not just because word usage, you can screw up on a few of your words or have some visualization problems. Power can go out, fluctuate, and then you're kind of stuck going, oh, I have to redo this video. Like I said before, editing is key. Editing is great. Yeah, errors, well, yeah, there's a lot of errors. Such as when I try to say particular words, I have, I guess, a slight southern accent. Like, I don't like talking like this too much. It sounds like I'm trying to push just a little bit. But that gets aggravating. They gotta kind of combat with that. From South Georgia, North Florida, so southern accent's kind of strong. I gotta watch my word use. Certain words and slang, you have to be very proper. You gotta focus on trying to keep your vocabulary within the audience's understanding. If you say a slang term, it's very good. As I saw in many presentations with this class that we have here, they were nice enough to explain a lot of the words you're talking about, or try to explain themselves if it seemed confusing to them originally, which I'm very glad about that, because of some of the things I didn't really understand. I liked the explanation and depth they went into. What I learned from TED this month, well, it's a website. I learned that I can watch many speeches and see how I can try to take from that and try to be better at giving speeches. More comfortable seeing that there's so many people that do it in a live audience, and we're just doing to this little dot that's on their computer, which I assume is a camera because it's recording everything, but still, it's a good reference tool to know how you can talk to people and why you can talk to people about particular subjects. Also, watching how people use their vocabulary to their advantage to make it more imposing, rather than say this thing you hear and that thing you there. It's this subject here and this infusion of a new subject over here and this topic. It doesn't have to use the same word use over and over and over. It's good to see a wide spectrum of words and seeing like actually complete sentences rather than just uhs and ums, and trying to figure out how you can get your point across without repeating yourself over and over and over and over. What project I enjoyed the most? Okay, a project I enjoyed the most was, I have to say, The Professional. Where we had to choose a professional, study up on him, see how he inspired us, and try to use visual presentation with actual video presentation, which I love that. It was great. It's really good being able to talk about what you want to talk about and try to add. And you can hear the thunder in the background. Good old Florida rain. Yeah, it's a shiny state. Yeah, not really. But anyways, back on topic. It's really good to be able to use multiple spectrums of presentation rather than just focus on visual. To talk about a subject and then being able to show concept art and say, hey, this is what I'm working on, and I can talk about it. It helps people see the bigger picture rather than leave it up to their imaginations of some geeky, sweaty guy talking on the camera going, I think this is how it is. One I hate the most, or the one I didn't like in the least, is, well, ones that you have to talk within a limited time space, where you have to be like, oh, you got 2 minutes, such as the pitch. I understand its limitation. It's really good to get it out to the point. But at the same point, there's so many things you could say, and a speech can go on and on and on. You get so many things you could talk about, and you hold yourself back because you only have so much time. Like, this video is a little bit longer than most videos because we're trying to get how we enjoy the month altogether. Well, yeah, that's the one I like the least. I like talking. I'm a chatterbox. I enjoy talking, even though I'm talking to a computer. Still, I know people are watching it and they're just like, hey, okay, this guy may have a point. What are my feelings about presentations after experiences this month? Good. I'm actually going to try to utilize presentations a little bit better. Selling ideas, also possible video presentations on showing my artwork so people can understand it better. A little bit more talking, even though I can show the artwork, make a video of it, I can talk in the background, use my voice to promote it rather than continuously trying to explain this, have little words, a little bit more interest into it, and try to promote the experience of trying to make the videos. Going to the finalist department now. AMP, PCC, DRC, it's all about trying to promote your work. It's about to show your work and make people more interested. And visual presentations and public speaking is a very good tool. I'm glad they implemented this class now. Kind of thought it was ridiculous, and now I'm a voter. I'll vote for it. Overall, this was a good month. I'm really proud, and I believe we have an excellent teacher. This is actually my second time taking this course. Our first one, not going to speak bad about our teachers here. I'm not trying to kiss the rear end either. But I'm really glad that we are lucky to have this teacher. I'm glad we didn't have this one. Last month was a little bit crazy because we did work. We didn't get too much feedback from it, and we didn't know which direction we're going. I didn't even know we were supposed to have it turned in on a certain time. I thought everything was due on Sunday. That kind of threw me for a loop on the first week, but I'm glad I got over that. We was able to get better feedback, essentially. So I'm really happy that Alex kind of watched over us on this month, and she helped give proper feedback, such as notice the background. There's not a whole bunch of clutter, not too much disorienting things. Try to watch my word use. Try to limit larger words where I have like a foul up on my tongue where I don't mess up too many things. Try to stay focused a little bit better. So overall, great month, and I'm proud to be able to work with you guys, and I hope you enjoy this video. Semper Fidelis, and carry on.